At some point in your life, you probably said something your parents used to say. Maybe the same words, maybe the same tone, maybe the same look. And somewhere in the middle of saying it, you heard yourself. That moment, the moment you recognize your parents in your own voice, is one of the most important moments a person can have, because it means the cycle is visible now, and visible things can be changed. This is Karen, 41 years old, Minneapolis, Minnesota. Karen is a good mother. She would do anything for her children. Anything. She has 2 kids, Lily, who is 9, and Jake, who is 12. Karen grew up in a house where love was present but rarely spoken, where achievement was expected and mistakes were corrected loudly. Her parents were not cruel. They were doing what their parents did, and their parents before them. A long line of people who loved their children deeply, but never learned how to say it in a way the children could actually feel. Karen swore she would be different, and in many ways, she is. She says, "I love you," every day. She shows up to everything. She is present in ways her parents never were. But there are moments when Lily cries over something small and Karen feels an impatience rise in her that she does not want to feel. Moments when Jake makes a mistake and Karen's first response is correction before comfort. Moments when she hears her mother's voice coming out of her own mouth and does not know how to stop it. It was a Tuesday evening in March. Lily had come home from school upset, a falling out with her best friend. The kind of thing that is small from the outside and enormous from inside 9 years old. Lily was crying at the kitchen table, and Karen, who had had a long day, who had 3 things still undone and dinner half finished, heard herself say, "Lily, it is not that serious. You will be fine by tomorrow." Lily stopped crying, not because she felt better, but because she understood that this was not a safe place to keep feeling what she was feeling. She went to her room, closed the door quietly. Karen stood at the kitchen counter and felt something shift in her chest, because she had heard those words before, not from herself, from her mother, in a kitchen not unlike this one, directed at a girl not unlike Lily. She thought about how she had felt when that door closed behind her. Not better, not fine, just alone with something she now had to feel by herself. She put down the dish she was holding, went to Lily's room, knocked gently, and said, "Can I come in?" Lily looked up, surprised, and Karen sat on the edge of the bed and said, "Tell me what happened. All of it. I am not in a hurry." It was the hardest 4 words she had ever said. I am not in a hurry. Because she was in a hurry. She was always in a hurry. But she stayed, and she listened, and something small but real began to change that evening, in the space between a mother and a daughter on the edge of a bed. I want to say something here that I think is important. Karen was not a bad mother before that Tuesday evening. She was a mother carrying something she had never been shown how to put down. Most of us parent from our wounds before we parent from our wisdom. Not because we choose to, because we parent from what we know. And what we know is mostly what was done to us. After Lily fell asleep that night, Karen sat at the kitchen table with a notebook, and she wrote down every message she remembered receiving as a child, about emotions, about failure, about what it meant to be good enough. The list was longer than she expected, and then she wrote a second list, what she wanted Lily and Jake to believe about themselves when they were 40 years old. The 2 lists did not match. That gap, the space between what she had received and what she wanted to give, was where the work was. Karen's therapist used an image that stayed with her for a long time. She said, "Think of the banks of a river as the patterns you inherited. You didn't choose the banks. They were shaped before you arrived. And the water, which is how you respond, how you love, how you react under pressure, naturally follows the shape of those banks. You can't remove the banks overnight, but you can, slowly, deliberately, reshape them, one choice at a time, one conversation at a time, one moment where you pause before the old pattern fires and choose something different. The river does not change direction in a day, But over time, over many small redirections, it finds a new path, and the children who grow up along that river inherit different banks than you did. That's what breaking the cycle means. Not perfection, not transformation overnight, just a slightly different river for the people who come after you. Karen spent the following year learning slowly and imperfectly how to parent from intention rather than from inheritance. 5 principles guided her. Not rules, not a system, just 5 things she came back to when the old patterns rose. The first principle: name what you are feeling before you respond. Karen's old pattern was to react. Lily cries, Karen fixes or dismisses. Jake makes a mistake, Karen corrects immediately. Her therapist gave her one instruction: before you respond to your child's emotion, notice what emotion it triggers in you. Lily's tears triggered impatience in Karen, not because Lily was wrong to cry, but because Karen had been taught that tears were inconvenient, and that lesson lived in her body faster than thought. When she could name the impatience, she could pause before acting on it. That pause, even 3 seconds long, was enough to choose differently. The second principle: validate before you solve. Karen was a fixer. When her children brought her problems, her instinct was to move towards the solution as quickly as possible. What she learned was that children, like adults, don't always bring you a problem because they want it fixed. Sometimes they bring it to you because they need to know it makes sense to feel what they are feeling. She started with 3 words before anything else: "That makes sense," or "Of course you feel that way," or simply, "I hear you." Not agreement, not permission, just acknowledgement. The conversations changed almost immediately. The third principle: repair when you get it wrong. This one, I think, is the most important one of all. Karen still had bad days, still snapped sometimes, still said things she wished she hadn't. The difference was what came next. She started going back. Not dramatically, not with a long speech, just, "Hey, I spoke to you harshly earlier. That was not about you. I am sorry." What Karen did not expect was how much this would matter to her children. Not the apology itself, but the model. That adults make mistakes, that making a mistake does not mean the relationship is damaged, that you can hurt someone and then go back and make it right. She wasn't just repairing the moment, she was teaching them how relationships work. The fourth principle: say out loud what you wished had been said to you. Karen made a list one evening of the things she had needed to hear as a child and never did. You are allowed to be sad. Making a mistake does not make you a mistake. I love you when you fail, exactly as much as when you succeed. Your feelings are not an inconvenience. She started saying these things, not in big moments, in ordinary ones, while driving, while doing dishes, while sitting on the edge of a bed on a Tuesday evening. She wasn't just talking to her children, she was also, quietly, talking to the girl she used to be, the one who needed to hear these things and hadn't. Healing and parenting, it turned out, were not always separate activities. The fifth principle: measure yourself by the trend, not the moment. Karen had days where she failed completely, days where the old patterns won, where she was impatient and rushed and short with both kids and went to bed feeling like she had undone everything. Her therapist reminded her that one hard day did not erase 11 months of different choices. She said, "Your children are not building a case against you, they are building a sense of you. And a sense is built from the overall pattern, not from any single moment." The goal was not to be a perfect parent. The goal was to be a parent whose overall pattern gave her children something better to inherit than she had received. About a year after that Tuesday evening, Karen was in the kitchen with Lily on a Saturday morning. Lily dropped the measuring cup, flour everywhere, on the counter, on the floor, on both of them. Karen felt the old response rise. And then, in the space of one breath, she let it pass. And she laughed. A real laugh, surprised by itself. Lily looked at her, and then laughed too. The kind of laugh that takes over a whole body. They cleaned it up together, still laughing. It was a small moment, the kind that doesn't make it into any record of a person's life. But Karen knew, standing in that flour-covered kitchen, that her mother would not have laughed. That she, Karen, a year ago, might not have laughed. And Lily would remember this, not as an event, but as a feeling. The feeling of being in a kitchen with her mother and something going wrong and the world not ending. That feeling would become part of how Lily understood what home's supposed to feel like. And one day, Lily might be standing in her own kitchen with her own child, and something will go wrong, and she will laugh. And she won't know exactly why it felt like the right response. She'll just know that it did. That's what breaking the cycle means. Not a single moment, a feeling passed forward. You cannot give your children a childhood you didn't have, but you can give them one that is different from yours.
Not perfect, not without hard days, not without moments where the old voice comes through before you can stop it, but different, intentionally, imperfectly different. And different, passed down through enough generations, becomes normal. That is the whole work. That is everything. If Karen's story reflected something you have been sitting with quietly, drop the word cycle in the comments. And if there is someone in your life trying to do better than what was done for them, send them this, because that work deserves to be seen. Mindshift Tales. Shift your mind, change your life.